Have you ever wondered what really happens to your penis after you turn 60? Are the decline in performance, lack of firmness, or reduced sensitivity really normal? Or is there something you can do, even today, to change this quickly and naturally? Beware. What you are about to discover could turn the key to your intimate health around in a matter of minutes. Literally. If you are over 60, what I am about to show you now may be the most impactful and transformative information you will hear today. A simple application, done the right way, can produce surprising results. Increased local circulation, firmer erection, greater sensitivity, and that feeling of virility that you may not even remember what it was like. And the best part? All this in just 15 minutes. No dangerous medications, no expensive procedures, and no fuss. Yes, what seems almost magical is actually science applied to men's health. And the most shocking thing is that most men have never even heard of it. They are suffering in silence, thinking that impotence, lack of pleasure, and even urinary difficulties are natural signs of aging. But they are not. In many cases, it is simply a lack of adequate stimulation, poor circulation in the penile region, or daily habits that are undermining your potency without you realizing it. The truth is hard. The health of your penis and prostate is directly linked to the quality of your circulation, your hormonal balance, and your routine. And when you discover the secret behind this simple technique that you can do at home, effortlessly, everything changes. Your body responds almost immediately. You feel warmth, pulsation, and even more energy throughout your body. This isn't magic. It's biology working in your favor. And before you think, this isn't for me, know that this method was created specifically for men over 60. Men who want to regain control, confidence, and pleasure without relying on blue pills or risky solutions. This goes far beyond getting an erection. It's about recovering self-esteem, vitality, and that sparkle in your eyes that comes when you feel like you still have power, that you're still a man, whole, alive. Imagine applying this and, in less than 15 minutes, seeing changes that previously seemed impossible. Imagine looking in the mirror and knowing that, even as the years go by, you can still surprise people, including yourself. Now, I know this all sounds too good to be true, and that's exactly why you need to watch this video until the end. I'll show you what it is, how it works, and why so many men are reporting real results with this simple and quick technique. But be careful. This knowledge is not shared everywhere, and you may never find this video again. So leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell, because today, you will understand why your intimate health will never be the same after this. And now, if you've made it this far, take a deep breath, because in the next step, I'm going to show you what's behind so many intimate problems faced by men your age, and how you can start solving them right now, in your own home. Let's go. So, if you are truly committed to your intimate health and want to transform your life after 60, I want to hear from you. Comment below if you've noticed any changes in your potency, sensitivity, or performance in recent years. Your experience can help other men who are going through the same thing, and that's how we build a strong, united, and aware community. And don't forget, leave a like in this video. YouTube shows that this content is important and needs to reach more men who, like you, are looking for a better quality of life. Subscribe to the channel right now and activate the bell so you don't miss any of the next videos. Because what I have to show you in the next chapters goes far beyond what you can imagine. Your body is talking to you. The time to act is now. Let's go on this journey together. What few men know, and almost no one has the courage to talk about, is that thousands of men over 60 are facing a silent battle every day. It's that feeling that something is no longer working as it used to. You look at yourself, try to keep the flame alive, but your body doesn't seem to respond. Your erection no longer comes with the same strength, your sensitivity has decreased, and even pleasure seems to have lost intensity. Sometimes it takes a while for it to happen, and when it does, it's no longer what it used to be. You may still have desire, but it gets lost amid insecurity, tiredness, and frustration. This is much more common than you might think, and the worst part is that many men keep quiet, thinking that this is just a natural effect of aging, that there is nothing to be done. They think, it's normal, I'm getting old. But let me tell you something that may change your perspective from now on. No, this is not true. It's not normal. That's it, common, but it is not inevitable. There is a biological reason behind it, and it has a name. Low circulation. When blood doesn't reach the penis with intensity, everything weakens: performance, firmness, pleasure, self-esteem. And this has nothing to do with your age or your masculinity. It has to do with your circulatory system, your habits, your routine, and especially with the way you are taking care of your intimate health. The penis depends directly on vascular health to function properly. What many people don't realize is that the blood vessels responsible for erections are extremely sensitive to bad habits, a sedentary lifestyle, poor diet, and stress. It's as if they were the first to give signs that something is wrong with your body. Erectile dysfunction, for example, can be an early sign of heart problems. It can be the first warning that circulation is not flowing as it should. And then everything starts to go wrong. The erection becomes weak, sensitivity decreases, response time increases, and fear grows. The question that many ask themselves, but few have the courage to say out loud, starts to hammer away at their minds. Has my virility run out? And then another big villain comes into play, the psychological one. Because when you try and fail, or only succeed halfway, you start to feel like less of a man. This shakes your confidence, your energy, your mood. Many men start to isolate themselves, avoid intimate moments, refuse affection, not because they don't want to, but because they're afraid of failing. This becomes a dangerous cycle. The more you avoid, the more insecure you become. And the more insecure, the more your body shuts down. It's all connected. But what if I told you there was a way to break this cycle? That you could regain firmness, sensitivity, and pleasure, even after 60? And no, I'm not talking about drugs that only mask the problem. I'm talking about a method that works on the cause, natural stimulation of penile circulation, which activates your body's biological mechanisms without side effects. Something simple, accessible, and powerful that you can apply at home. Have you ever imagined the impact this can have on your life? Men who have applied this technique have reported a visible improvement in the strength of their erections, greater sensitivity during sex, and even a reduction in urinary symptoms such as weak stream, frequent urge to go to the bathroom, and a feeling of a full bladder. And it all started with a decision to no longer accept this condition as normal, to not surrender your virility to age. Because the truth is that with the right stimuli, your body can still react. It can still surprise you. Now think about it. How many men do you know who face these same problems and remain silent? Who are suffering in silence, often feeling ashamed to seek help? This video could be the first step not only for you but for many who are in the same situation. And that's why it's so important to keep watching. What I'm going to show you in the next few minutes can give you a real path to regaining control of your intimate health, and most importantly, your confidence. But before we continue, I want to make you an important invitation. If you have ever experienced this, or if you are experiencing any of these silent symptoms such as weak erection, loss of sensitivity, or difficulty urinating, comment below. You can simply write, "I've been there," or "I want to regain my virility." This isn't just for engagement, it's to show you that you're not alone, that there's an entire community of strong, mature men who are determined to take back control of their health. Let's stick together, because now, I'm going to show you the underlying cause behind these symptoms, and how you can turn it around to your advantage. Now that you understand that these silent symptoms are not just signs of aging, but rather your body's warnings that something needs to be adjusted, it's time to look closely at the solution. And the good news is that it exists, and it's much closer and more accessible than most people imagine. It's a natural method with no side effects that you can apply in the comfort of your own home. A simple but deeply effective technique that has the power to transform the way your body responds sexually, and more than that, how it behaves in relation to the health of your prostate and your urinary system as a whole. This method is based on direct stimulation of penile blood flow, activating circulation and restoring the vitality that has been lost over time. The logic behind this is simple. When you apply a specific stimulus, which can be a natural substance with vasodilatory properties or a combination of movements and techniques, you promote an immediate increase in irrigation of the intimate region. This increased flow brings more oxygen, more nutrients, and more energy to the local cells, resulting in stronger erections, greater sensitivity, and a clear feeling of regaining male vigor. Imagine this. Just as a muscle that is not exercised tends to weaken, the penile region also needs stimulation to stay active and healthy. This application does just that. It awakens the area again, bringing back your body's natural response. without having to rely on synthetic medications that only mask the problem and can have serious side effects. Here, you work with what is rightfully yours, your biology, your natural capacity for regeneration, your original potency. And why does it work so quickly? Because the penis is a highly vascularized and sensitive area. When there is an obstruction, even a minimal one, in the local microcirculation, the first impacts are felt immediately. The erection becomes weak, the response time increases, and the pleasure decreases. Now, when you remove this blockage with the right stimulus, the effects are also felt almost instantly. Many men report noticeable changes within the first 15 minutes after applying the technique. And this is no coincidence. It is pure biology working in your favor. The technique I'm going to show you has support. Studies show that men who apply this type of stimulation daily experience significant improvements in erectile function, increased libido, reduced symptoms related to prostate enlargement, and even improved overall mood. And remember, we're not talking about miracle solutions. We're talking about applied science, about practices that respect the nature of your body and enhance what you already have, but that's dormant. Furthermore, this type of stimulation can also contribute to the release of testosterone, the hormone responsible for virility, energy, focus, and sexual desire. When you activate this chain of natural responses, the body understands that it still needs to function as a true male engine and responds with more intensity. This means more pleasure, more confidence, more vitality, and all this with a simple application, done responsibly and regularly. And what is this application after all? It is a three-step process. First, the preparation of the region, which may include light warming and proper hygiene. Then, the application of a natural vasodilator compound, which can be based on ingredients such as ginger oil, diluted cayenne pepper extract, or other natural combinations rich in bioactive properties. Finally, the controlled physical stimulus, which activates circulation and directs blood flow more intensely to the penile region. It is not painful, non-invasive, and does not require any sophisticated equipment. It is simple, straightforward, and incredibly effective. But be careful. Like any serious technique, it must be applied with the right guidance. That's why in this video I'm explaining step by step what really works. Because I'm committed to your health, your recovery, and your confidence. It's not just about having a better erection. It's about reconnecting with your masculinity, your pleasure, and your partner if you have one. It's about feeling proud of what you can still be and do. This method has transformed the lives of thousands of men, and it can transform yours too, as long as you are willing to take action. Don't wait for time to solve the problem, because time unfortunately only makes the situation worse when you don't take action. The sooner you start, the sooner you will see the results. And they are not just physical, they are emotional, relational, personal. Men who feel alive again, who have regained the will to live fully, who have left behind shame and taken control of their own intimate health. And here, once again, I invite you to be a part of this. To not accept that your sex life will end just because the calendar turned. To recognize that there is still a strong, capable, and energetic man inside you, and he is just waiting for the right stimulus to awaken. You deserve this. You can have this. And the decision is literally in your hands. If you are ready to take this step, I want you to comment below right now with the sentence, "I want to reactivate my power," or "I'm ready to change." These phrases aren't just words, they're your public commitment to your health. What's more, by commenting, you're also inspiring other men who are going through the same challenges. You become an example, a voice, a real presence in a community that's growing every day and helping thousands free themselves from fear, shame, and helplessness. You may think that all of this sounds too good to be true, but the reality is that the results that appear right after applying this technique are real, noticeable, and happen before your eyes, or rather, in your body. Within 15 minutes of the correct stimulation, the effects begin to be noticed in a practical, palpable, and in many cases, surprising way. And there is nothing mystical or miraculous about this. It is a pure physiological response to the increase in blood flow, neuromuscular activation, and reoxygenation of the penile tissues. Your body reacts, and it reacts intensely. In the first few minutes, it is common to feel a slight warming sensation in the intimate area. It is as if the blood begins to flow more strongly, filling the corpora cavernosa of the penis more completely and more firmly. This sensation of heat is not uncomfortable. On the contrary, many men describe it as an awakening, a return of life to the region that was dormant. It is the first sign that the body is responding to the call. This natural warming is a clear indication that circulation has been activated, that the vessels are dilating, and that the stimulus is working. And as the minutes pass, a new perception sets in. Sensitivity, previously reduced or almost erased, begins to return. It is as if the nerves in the region are being reactivated, once again transmitting pleasure signals with greater precision and intensity. Touch, which previously seemed monotonous or dull, is once again felt with rich detail. Each stimulus becomes clearer, and this sensory improvement is one of the great benefits of this technique, because it is not enough to just have an erection. You need to feel real pleasure, with depth and connection. And speaking of erection, this is without a doubt the most anticipated effect for those who apply this method. And it does come. When circulation intensifies, the penile tissues expand more completely, more rigidly, and more sustainably. It is not the kind of unstable erection that disappears with any thought. It is firm, real, consistent, something that many men have not felt for years. And it is not just about the sexual act. It is about recovering that feeling of strength, of control over one's own body, of knowing that one is still capable. This firm erection, even if it is not for intercourse at that moment, serves as a clear message from the body. I am still here and I can function as before. Another effect that many report after 10 to 15 minutes of application is a general increase in energy and self-esteem. It may seem exaggerated, but when a man sees that his body is responding, that there is still potency, the emotional impact is immediate. The face changes, the posture changes, the look changes, confidence returns, and with it comes the willingness to do other things, to take better care of himself, to reconnect with his partner, to feel more alive. These 15 minutes become a turning point, because they prove, with practical experience, that what seemed lost can be recovered, not with empty promises but with visible results. The sensation of seeing and feeling your own body reacting to the technique is the fuel that many men needed to believe again. It is an intimate, personal, almost symbolic moment. It is as if time were turned back for an instant, restoring the strength, virility, pleasure, and sense of control that aging seemed to have taken away. In addition to firmer erections and increased sensitivity, another immediate benefit that some men report is a reduction in tension in the pelvic region, especially for those who suffer from urinary discomfort. The applied stimulus promotes the relaxation of deep muscles, improves the neuromuscular response of the prostate, and can alleviate that sensation of a full bladder or incomplete emptying that bothers so many people. Of course, each body reacts differently, but the pattern is clear. Where there is the right stimulus, there is a response, and a quick response. You may be wondering, but why does this happen so quickly in such a short space of time? The answer lies in male biology. The penile region is highly vascularized, extremely sensitive, and responds immediately to any stimulus that increases blood flow. When the right method is applied, one that combines natural substances with targeted movements, the body acts like a finely tuned machine. There is no resistance. Blood flows, tissues fill, nerves fire, pleasure signals. It's a physiological orchestra happening right there, in front of you, in your body, and all of this in just 15 minutes. And here's the most important point. The more you practice, the easier your body responds. The first results come quickly, but the effects accumulate. With each application, your body understands that it must react with greater force. It's like training a muscle. The more you activate it, the more powerful it becomes. That's why regularity is key, and that's why many men report, after a few weeks, that not only their erections have improved, but also their desire, stamina, energy in everyday life, and even the quality of their sleep. So, if you've come this far and are wondering what it would be like to feel all of this on your skin, know that you're closer than ever. It's not a matter of luck, genetics, or age. It's a matter of choice. Choose to take care of yourself, to value yourself, to recover your natural power. Your body has this potential within it. It just needs the right stimulus to awaken it. Now I want to hear from you. If you would like to try these effects today, Comment below. I want to feel this in 15 minutes or my body will react. Not only do these comments show that you are committed to your intimate health, but they also help spread this message to more men who need this information. If you've come this far, it's because you really care about your intimate health and are ready to regain control of your potency, vitality, and pleasure. And for that, I want to congratulate you. Few men have this courage. Now take advantage of this moment and subscribe to the channel, because here you will find practical, direct, and straightforward content about everything that involves prostate health, male performance, and well-being after 60. And if you stayed until the end, comment below. I'm going to apply this today. This shows that you are truly committed and also helps this video reach more men who need this information. Don't forget to leave your like because it is essential for YouTube to understand that this content is relevant and needs to be shown to more people. And to continue on this journey with me, now watch the next video that is appearing on the screen. There I will show you the complete step-by-step of how to apply this technique safely and effectively. See you there.